Okay, let's continue with credit cards. We were talking about credit cards. Yes, I told you the differences between ATM card, debit card, and credit card. Now, coming in detail about credit card. Credit card is a plastic card. Yes, it's a plastic card issued by a financial institution. Any financial institution that allows you to buy things on credit. You are going to purchase things on credit. Okay? On credit means you are not going to make the immediate payment. You will be making payment to the shop, okay, shopkeeper, but actually that money is given to you as loan by the bank. Okay? Now, talking about credit cards. Okay. A credit card issued by a financial company, a card issued by a financial company giving the holder an option to borrow funds, usually at point of sale. Okay. So, credit card, you don't have money available in your savings account, you don't have money in your purse, and you have your credit card with you. You are purchasing something from a shop. When you make payment, you come to know that there is no money in your account as well as with you. What you can do? You can give your credit card for swiping. Yes, you can give your credit card, and the shopkeeper, that transaction is over at the point of sale. At that time, the bank is giving you loan. On credit cards, interest is charged. Okay, you have to pay interest on the amount that is given to you as loan, short-term loans, but first of all, they will give you some time to make the repayment. Only if you are not making the payment within that time period, interest will be charged. Suppose, I'll tell you the working of credit card. You go to a bank, you ask for a credit card. Okay, according to your after checking your eligibility, after going through your what credit report and your CIBIL report and CIBIL score, the bank will decide how much limit should be given to you. So you get a credit card. Okay, and the bank will decide, will ask you when should this start processing. The billing period, billing day, that means when you are going to start using this. So on June 1st is the billing period. From June 1st, you can start purchasing and the billing starts. Then almost 52 days are given for making the payment. From the day of billing, this is the billing day, billing, okay, June 1st. From June 1st, you get 52 days, okay, 50 or 52 days to make the repayment. On July 1, your next billing, July 1, yeah. On July 1, your next billing begins. July 1. So, you make purchase the full month of June. Full month of June, you make the purchase if you want. Then your bill will be generated by July 1st. And that amount, you can make the payment. You get 52 days to make that payment of June. You can repay it by almost July 15th or 20th. Okay, you get the time to repay it within July 15th. If you don't pay it by July 15th, after that, interest will be charged. You understand? No, you didn't get. June 1, the billing starts from June 1st. Okay, June 1st. Now, you purchased on June 6th, you purchased a shirt for 2000 rupees. June 15th, you purchase something else for 5,000 rupees. Okay, these are all, you're not paying it. These are all credit cards. You are swiping the credit card. That means the bank has given you loan for 7,000 rupees now. The bill will be generated before July 1st. By July 1st, you get the bill for June amount. Correct? Till now, correct? Okay. Now I told you, you get 50 or 52 days for the repayment. So you will have to pay, I think it's on July 20th. By July 20th, you should repay the 7,000 rupees. Correct? You purchased 2,000 and 5,000, 7,000 rupees purchase has taken place. By July 20th, you should pay the 7,000 rupees. If you don't pay this by July 20th, then interest is charged upon this. So you get a relaxation period up to July 20th. You don't have to make any interest. Clear? Okay. So July 1st, that's over. If you have repaid it before that, it's good. It's well and fine. Repayment is over. If you haven't done it, this will incur interest. That is the point. And now, suppose you are not repaying it. Okay, you forgot. You forgot to repay it. Then what happens in the month of July also? So in the month of June, you have 7,000 rupees pending. And you forgot, so interest is also charged. In the month of July, again you purchase, you have a purchase of 10,000 rupees, that is also loan. And this July amount, you have to pay it by August 20th. Correct? August 20th. So what happens if you make default with the repayment? The previous month's amount is also there. This month also you will use it. So this money gets accumulated. Then it becomes a burden for the cardholder. The interest should be, along with the interest, this amount is pending, this amount should be paid. And again, if this is made default, interest will be calculated upon this also. You understand? So this is the risk factor with credit card. If you do not make the payment on time, then it is going to be a huge burden. Okay? Okay. Interest usually begins 1 month after a purchase is made. And borrowing limits are preset according to the individual's credit rating. Now, how much is the amount that you are going to get or avail with this credit card? What is the limit? How much? Up to how much? What amount you can purchase with the help of credit card? That is all pre-decided. When you apply for the credit card, when it is approved, okay, at that time, we know that CIBIL score is there, CIBIL reports are there. Based on the credit history of the customer, the bank will decide how much is the credit limit. And also according to your salary, okay, what your source of income. Based on that, the bank will decide the limit. Sometimes you get credit card only up to 10,000 rupees. You can make purchases only up to 10,000. Or if you have a very good credit standing, credit report, you have a very good score, CIBIL score, you avail credit card limit up to 25,000, even 1 lakh, 5 lakh, all kinds of limits are available. But it is based on your what? Your credit behavior. Okay, your credit score, how was your background, your history, how was your transaction history? It is based on that. Now, it is also possible to withdraw money with the help of credit cards. You can withdraw, but it incurs huge interest. Okay, using the debit card and the ATM card, we withdraw from our own account, our own savings bank account. We withdraw the money, whatever is there in our account, that only we can withdraw with the help of ATM card or debit card. But credit card, it will give it. We can withdraw money how much ever you want, you can withdraw. But the thing is, huge interest rates are applied for that. But usually, normally, people don't do that. It is that extreme cases where you are in emergent need of money that you withdraw with the help of withdrawals. You make withdrawals from with the help of credit cards. Okay. Actually, it is a foolishness to withdraw using credit card. Okay. Credit cards have higher interest rate than most consumer loans or lines of credit. Coming to this loan also, the interest is very high. So, you should be very systematic in the repayment of credit card loans. Credit card loan means whatever the amount that we make use of with this credit card, that is the loan amount. Actually, the bank is giving short-term loans with the help of credit card. Okay? Then, because of their widespread acceptance, credit cards are one of the most popular form of payment for consumer goods and services in the world. It is very common now. It is accepted by many of the people, majority of the public opt credit card. If you are systematic, it is very good option. Okay, only thing is you can make purchase only up to that limit available, and you should repay it correctly within that 52 days. If the repayment is done properly, then no issue. If you make any default, okay, then the problem starts. Now, a credit card is a payment card which enable cardholder to pay for goods and services based on the holder's promise to pay for them. It is a holder's promise. Actually, we are promising the bank. The users of credit card, we are the ones who are promising, giving promise to the bank that we will make the payment. It is upon our promise that the credit card is given to us, issued to us. The issuer of the card creates a revolving account. Revolving means what? I have told this term before also. Revolving means you take loan, I'll tell you. See, credit card, June 7,000. If you have sufficient money, you can make the payment on June 20th. You have money. You are not making any default. Within July 20th, you will pay. So, on June 20th, you paid 7,000. So, that is closed. That is closed. Now, again, you make purchase, again you pay it back. It keeps on revolving. Revolving. You take loan, you give it back, again you take loan, again you give it back. That is the meaning of revolving. Okay. So, actually it is a revolving account. You take loan, you close it, again you take, again you close it. That is what happening with the credit card. So, the issuer of the card creates a revolving account and grants a line of credit to the consumer, from which the user can borrow money for payment to a merchant or as a cash advance to the user. Anyways, the payment is done by taking loan from the bank. That is the idea of credit card. Okay? So, tell me what could be the advantages and disadvantages of credit card. I'll give you 5 minutes time. Write down. Advantages of credit card, both to the customer. Now we'll talk about customer. Okay, customer is enough. For the credit card holder. For the credit card holder. So after listening to all these points, what do you think are the merits and demerits of credit cards. Please. Point out. Try. Yes. Switch on the videos, please. Vishnu, Akshay, Alan. Yes. Points are ready? Okay. Tell me advantages of credit cards. Anyone? Yes, Akshay.
We can get instant money at the time of need.
Yes, it is very convenient. Anytime, whenever you want money or when you want to purchase something, immediately you can give this. Even if you don't have to consider what is the balance available in your savings account, how much money is there in your purse. You don't have to look for that. Okay, it is very convenient. Okay, that is a good point. Okay, Akshay. Now, the next one. Anybody? Advantage?
Mama, short-term loans.
It is short-term loans. Yes, no other formality is required. You have a credit card. It is actually a short-term loan. Okay. Okay. Loans, you get loans without much formalities. Okay. Yes, Alan, tell me a point, Alan.
Ma'am, it's like to carry around.
Yes. Very convenient to use. It is just a card. You don't, yes, that's good. It's an advantage. It is not heavy, lightweight. You can use it. User friendly. It is user friendly. You're right. Okay. Then advantage. Yes. Anything else? Yes, Aparna?
Ma'am, advantages, I didn't get anything. Demerits, I got.
Sorry?
Advantages, I didn't get anything. Demerits, I got.
Okay. Wait. Let us discuss the advantage. I'll ask you. That's all? Any other points as advantage? It is time saving. You can say time saving. Yes, you don't have to waste so much time at the point of sale. It saves your time. Okay, then.
Ma'am, provide security from thief.
Very good. Yes, good point. Yeah, you don't have to be worried about robbery. Your money is not getting stolen. Even if you don't have anything in your purse, no cash in your purse, it's okay. Okay. Then, any other points? See, points coming up from your side. Over? Finish? Think. Anything else you want to add about the advantage? Emergency situations, hospital bills. You won't have sufficient amount. It's not necessary that you will have sufficient balance to handle the hospital bills or something like that. Emergency, urgent situations. Okay, then Yes. Anything else? Okay, coming to demerits. Let's see the demerits. Aparna, please, your points.
Ma'am, overspending.
Overspending, you're right. Even though you have a credit card limit, that is there, but still you have a tendency to purchase. You're right. You have, at least you have that particular limit. Even though there is no cash with me, I can purchase more and more. My expenses will increase. Okay, good point. Anything else you want to add?
High interest rate.
Interest rate, very good. Yes, already told. I told the point. That's good. It is a demerit. Interest rate is high. Okay. Then, yes, others? Pavitra, do you have anything to share?
Ma'am, I also wrote similar points.
Sorry, louder?
I also wrote same points.
Okay, okay. Then what else? Any other points you have? Pranav? Yes? Anything you want to say as demerit?
Ma'am, everyone will not have facility to accept credit card.
Very good. Yes, but nowadays it's quite common, but still you're right. All the shops doesn't have these facilities of the swiping cards. Swiping machines are not there everywhere. Good point. Yes. And also, it is not compulsory that everybody know the usage also. Or not all are aware of or knowledgeable about this credit cards, how to use it. Yes, that's it. Anything else? Yes, Alan? Yes.
Ma'am, more cost in case it is lost.
Yeah, even though we said that we don't have to worry about robbery, even this credit card can also be stolen. Or it is not only stolen, you might miss it, lose it somewhere by mistake. The chances are there that you lose it. Am I right? Very good, Alan. You're right. Very good point. And what happens if you have lost your credit card or debit card, whatever card, if you have lost it, what should be done? Yes, ATM, whatever cards, if you lose it, what will you do? We should immediately inform the bank that myself, so and so, have lost my card. So immediately the bank will stop the functioning, the working of that card, they will block the card. Okay? Yes. Then, anything else? Okay, now let's see the points in the textbook. You're right, all the points, whatever you said is correct, very correct. Benefits to the credit card holders. Let us see the benefits. The main benefit to the customer is convenience. We spoke about it. It is very easy to use. It is convenient. Okay. Compared to debit cards and check, a credit card allows small short-term loans. This facility is not there with others. Okay. So you get short-term loans quickly. And the customer who need not calculate the balance in his account before every transaction. As we said, we don't have to bother about the balance available. Is there a sufficient balance in my account? Do I have money in my purse? No need to think of that. Okay. So 2 points. And only thing is, there is a limit for you. The credit card, it doesn't mean you can get unlimited service. Unlimited money is available to you. Not like that. You will have a limit. Okay. Only up to that limit you can make your transactions, purchases. Many card holders credit cards offer rewards and benefit packages. That is the main highlight of this credit card. You get offers if you use credit card properly, and if you are a good user, you have a very good history, then you get rewards, reward points you get, and other benefits you get, or you can even avail installments, payments in installment. Okay, credit card payments, so many offers are available, benefits are available, extended warranty, free loss or damage coverage, insurance protections, rental car insurance. Such benefits can be enjoyed. Then, credit cards can also offer reward points which may be redeemed. You get points, later on you can redeem it. Okay. So you might have noticed at some supermarkets and all, they'll give this every 100 rupees purchase, you get 1 rupee reward point. 1 rupee. So see, if you have purchased for 1000 rupees, you get 10 rupee. So later on in the next time purchase, you can redeem it. You can get reduction of that amount. Okay, that is redemption, redeeming. So these reward points that you can make use of it for redemption, redeeming your points. So these are the benefits. Okay. Now let's see what are the demerits. Demerits of credit card to the cardholder. Following are the demerits. High interest cost. Already discussed. Interest rates are higher. If the period is lower, if it is for a fixed period of time, you have low introductory credit card rates are limited to a fixed term, usually between 6 to 12 months, after which a higher rate is charged. And these credit cards, they have fees also. They will charge fee and interest. So this incurs higher interest cost. That is the first point. Next one is inflated pricing for all consumers. See, actually, when you swipe this credit card in a shop, this shopkeeper, okay, that shopkeeper has to pay certain fee or amount to the bank. You understand? Why? Why could be that? See, you are swiping your credit card in a supermarket. So the supermarket should make some payment to the bank. Why? Because for this facility given, it is actually a easy mode of transaction. For the shopkeeper, the money is directly coming to his bank account. Am I right? He did not have to, at the end of the day, he don't have to collect the money, count it, and go and deposit it in his bank account. Directly when the card is swiped, the amount is coming deposited in his account. Am I right? For this facility, for enjoying this facility, it is for this facility, the bank will charge some amount from the shopkeeper. When a customer uses a credit card in a shop, that shopkeeper has to pay some amount to the bank. Okay, so it is actually an expense for the shopkeeper. Shopkeeper has to incur some expense. So in order to meet this, what the shopkeeper do? He will increase the price of all the items in his shop. You understand? Yes, I am the shopkeeper. I have to pay some amount to the bank for using this credit card swiping machine, credit card swiping. Okay, so what I do? I will increase the price of all the items in my shop so that I can compensate. Okay, And this is actually a demerit for the customers. For the credit card holders, they will have to pay higher amount. You get the link? Merchants that accept credit cards must pay interchange fees and discount fees on all credit card transactions. They will have to pay some fees to the bank. The result is that merchants may charge all the customers, they collect it from all the customers, even from those who do not use credit cards, higher prices to cover the fee on credit card transaction. So this is a demerit to the customer. All the customers, without knowing this, unknowingly, they have to give higher amounts to the shops. Understood? That is inflated pricing. So the price of the goods are increased by the shopkeeper, the merchants. Next one is weakens self-regulation. Self-regulation is the point that you cannot control yourself. You have the tendency to make payment again and again. Okay, several studies have shown that consumers are likely to spend more when they pay by credit card. They don't have to think about the amount balance with them. You need something, immediately you go purchase it, swipe the card, credit card. Researchers suggest that when people pay using credit cards, they do not experience the abstract pain of payment. They are not knowing that, they are not feeling that. Actually, it is loan. It is going to be a burden for them. They have to repay it. But they think that I have 50 days time to make the repayment. There is enough time for me. I'll do it. Okay. Researchers have found that by using credit cards, one can increase unnecessary consumption. So, excessive spending. Spending will be more. So, these are the advantages and disadvantages of credit card to the customers. Please read. What are credit cards? How is the functioning of the credit card? Then advantages and disadvantages. So that's all about credit cards. Now let's see the next type of loan that is provided, that is personal loan. Personal loan. What are these personal loan? It is loan. Personal loan is an amount given to an individual for personal purpose. For his personal purposes, some loans are taken by a person, okay, and the repayment should be done at a specified time. How much is the loan amount taken, for what time it is taken, and according to that time period, repayment should be done. That is all about personal loan. So personal loan availed for the personal purpose, and which the repayment has to be done within that specified time period. Whatever time period for which the money is withdrawn, within that time period it should be repaid. That is personal loan. In order to obtain a personal loan, one has to provide the bank with the necessary informations. So some information has to be given. Certain formalities has to be completed. Some information has to be given to the bank. For personal bank loans required. Informations may vary from bank to bank. Each bank, their formalities differ. When you go to a bank, what the formalities, what they put forward may not be the same as another bank. What another bank will ask for a personal loan. Okay, so these personal loan formalities put forward by the banks, it differs from bank to bank. But there is a common factor. Before taking loan, it is mandatory that you should have a steady income, stable income. You should have some kind of income every month or however it is. Okay. Without income, you cannot get a loan. Simply if a person simply sitting at home, nobody will give loan to such a person. He should have income. And also we discussed about CIBIL. He should have a good CIBIL score and his credit history should be good. Okay? Credit report. Now, it says that there is an inverse relationship between the CIBIL score and interest. Interest means what? For the amount availed as loan, whatever you repaid back, the additional amount that you should give back to the bank is called the interest. That you know. Now, it says that there is inverse relationship between the interest and CIBIL score. If your score is good, inverse relationship means vice versa. If your score is high, then the interest rate, you get interest rate less. This is inverse relationship. Indirect. One is high, other one is low. If you have a very good score, you can avail loan at lower interest rate. At the same time, if your CIBIL score is not good, then what happens? Then you will have to pay higher interest rate. They might charge higher interest rate. Why? Because the bank doesn't trust you. Somehow they should get back the principal amount. So this collection of principal amount, it is made with the help of interest. So higher interest will be charged for those having poor score, poor CIBIL score. Okay, so this is called indirect relationship or inverse relationship. Score is good, then interest rate, you will have lower interest rate. The bank will give time for repayment. Will give you sufficient time for repayment. Why? Because okay, you have a good credit history. The bank can trust you. At the same time, if your CIBIL score is not that good, you have a lower score, that means higher interest rate. Now, loans you can avail it for up to 1 year loans are available or even for 10 years. Repayment period span, they may range from 12 months to 30 years depending upon the size and type of loan. What is the type of loan that you take? If it is for a short period of time, then it's okay. It will get over by short time. If it is a huge amount taken for a long period of time, then you can close the loan only after that time period, longer time period. Okay? Now, the main thing, the most important point here is definitely before taking the loan, sanctioning a loan, there will be a loan agreement. Everything will be specified in the loan agreement. How much is the loan taken? How will you repay it back? In what installments? In which installment? Which month? How much? All such details will be written in the loan agreement. So before agreeing or before signing an agreement, this agreement should be clearly understood by you. You should read it thoroughly. What is written in the loan agreement? You should go through the loan agreement carefully. Okay? by simply putting the sign and agreeing that it will put you in trouble. So you should know how is the loan given, how much is the repayment, how long will it take to complete the loan, repayment of loan. What happens if default take place? If you miss some loan, what happens? Okay. So reading the agreement is very important. Once the loan is agreed to, that means you sign the agreement, it comes to, it is agreed. Then the borrower must make monthly payment each month to pay off the loan. Once the agreement is signed, then from that moment onwards, you should every month you should make the repayment in installment. Okay. The monthly payments, this will consist of a part of the principal amount as well as interest. Yes, as well as the interest. Is it time? $240. Okay. So I stop with this. Today we discussed about CIBIL, credit rating, NPA, CIBIL. What is CIBIL? CIBIL report, CIBIL score. Then the next topic that we dealt with is what? Credit cards. Okay. I stop banking here.